Hi Sagittarius, this is Youngjo from To The Change Tarot, and I'm here to do your May 2017 reading. First I want to say thank you to all the people who've liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much. So let's get started. So your overall message for May 7, 2017 is victim. Let's read what that means. So this card indicates that being in denial may be holding you back. To move forward, you must make an honest assessment of your situation. How are my actions connected to my inability to create breakthroughs? Am I willing to make new choices in order to grow? Key ideas are feeling blocked, blaming others, past resentment, deleting yourself, potential for greatness. And the phrase that goes with it is, I am not a victim. I choose to do what I am doing. All right. So, that's over here. Your clarifying cards are abundance and labor. So, definitely the labor card has to do with working. It has to do with working specifically in a very specific way that will manifest the happiness that you want. But what you're kind of turning a blind eye to, or just not even focusing on, is that work. Because you're caught up in what other people are doing, what other people have been saying. Caught up in drama or being impacted by drama. Either way, the victim card is a sense of hopelessness and a sense of having a lack of faith of that things are going to move forward. And with this card in particular too, is connected to the heart chakra. It has connected to your passions, how you want to live your life and share your love with other people. So maybe this is connected to a relationship, or connected to a relationship, and perhaps there's a current new relationship that's coming into your life, but you're holding on to the past and are turning to holding on to the past, holding on to what. No, it doesn't just have to be like fawning over or missing a past partner. Just holding on to the past narrative, how your relationships or how your abundance or how whatever form of stability that you're trying to that you want, thinking that it will all just go to shit, or having just a specific story around it. But what it's saying is that you're able to turn that narrative into a whole different book, essentially. But it's going to take work, and it's going to take the specific work that has to do with focusing on your particular traumas that is kind of blocking abundance from looking possible in your life. So let's get to the left part of the reading. So you have the High Priestess for the singles, High Priestess, and the King of Wands. So this is your energy, Sagittarius. You have the vision, you have the insights, but you have to be able to actually move to do something with it and not just sit on it. Yeah. Because you have the Judgment here in reverse, and the Judgment, you have the Judgment in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. So it's like you have that information and you're kind of just overdoing it. You're just trying to focus on every single little detail of it, or like the opposite, where you're not even focusing at all. You're not doing introspection. Either way, you're caught up in this process of reflection and doesn't seem to be moving forward, whether by your lack of your motivation or just kind of over analyzing a situation. And as a result, you're not able to make a decision about the things, make a decision or even discern how what is happening now is different from the past. Because with the Judgment card, it has to do with dealing with your past sins and kind of addressing it, facing it, and then moving away from it. But right now, you're not moving away from it. And with the Seven of Wands here, it's talking about, to add to the story, it's just talking about, you have all this hope. You have all you see here the pomegranate, it shows up again here with the High Priestess and the Abundance card here. You have the hope. There's the seeds of so many different beginnings that can happen. There's a lot of different possibilities. So it's really asking you to stand up for yourself, or to other people who are making it seem like these dreams are not possible. Whether it's a past partner or partners that told you, or friends that told you that what you want isn't worthy, you're not worthy of it, or you won't be successful, or the self-defeating thoughts that you're holding on to. Okay, these two cards came up. And it's saying that you feeling this sense of confidence in your path forward with the Two of Swords reverse. Two of Swords reverse will allow you to make that decision, to find peace and clarity, so you're able to build the stability that you want. So you're able to gain control of the situation and not, feel like you're a victim of your circumstances, currently. All right. So let's get to the couples here. So you have the Page of Wands and the Eight of Swords. So with the Page of Wands, almost in this deck, it's just like being caught up. You can see this person, you can see here, this person is just like caught up in all the messages and all the different communications. And it's almost like you're overthinking things, and as a result, putting yourself in a prison. So maybe you're trying to communicate your needs, trying to communicate the passions. Your partner or partners are trying to do that to you. And it's just like not going anywhere. Because whatever information you're taking, or whatever information that you're taking, you're just building a cage. You're just adding it to the materials of this prison that they're putting themselves in, you're putting yourself in. Yeah, with the the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it's talking about just a lack of self-care, this lack of introspection about the stability that's really necessary. And that's kind of what probably you're trying to communicate, they're trying to communicate, is what will make you feel internally stable, what will make you feel at peace, what will allow you to move forward here with the Knight of Pentacles. And this seems like a process that's been happening for a while, and it just feels very slow, but it's necessary. It's necessary for you to communicate, but what's unnecessary for you or your partner or partners is to think this communication, taking it personally in the sense of like it's not constructive. But I think right now it is constructive because it's upright. Yeah, and with the Five of Wands, it's like releasing that conflict, releasing all those different ideas about what it means to move forward, what stability means. Like, it's asking you to really find a solution that will work for y'all. Yeah, so you can be able to move forward here with the Six of Wands with confidence. Yeah. So let's get to the work, passion, and community. You have the Five of Swords here. You have the fives again. The Six of Cups and the Five of Wands. So it's like this Six of Cups energy is surrounded by this chaos, this uncertainty, this sense of conflict, intellectually in terms of your passions in your workplace and your community. Like, there's just a lot of different things that are being thrown in the air, a lot of different things that are being communicated, and no real concrete plans. With the Six of Cups, it has to do with, things coming from, it has to do with nostalgia, it has to do with children, but it also has to do with the sense of your purpose being fulfilled. But right now, since they're surrounded by all this conflict, this purpose doesn't feel attainable. Okay, so you have the Eight of Cups and then the Five of Cups in reverse. So it's asking you to kind of move away from the situation, because it's not, this conflict is not going to lead you. Being caught up in this conflict is not going to lead you to this sense of fulfillment, to this sense of balance in your emotions, this sense of fulfilling the purpose that you've aspired for a really long time, maybe since you were a child. Whether it's a specific job or a connection, or just a lifestyle that you've been moving towards. Because a lot of what is happening, because you have the Five of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Five of Wands, and what's missing is this Five of Pentacles, the sense of being an outsider. So that's a lot of what you're feeling, but you can't really pin down. You're trying to aspire to this, it doesn't seem like anything's working, and you have this feeling that's sort of bubbling up, you're just like, can't place it, and this feeling of being outsider. But like with this card here, with the Victim card, and the abundance and labor, you're just going to have to release this, move away from it, and then focus on what is working. Release this idea of thinking about things in scarcity, like this project is going to be the end-all be-all of what is possible. Because this is just leading to stagnation with the Page of Pentacles in reverse here. It's just leading to you feeling out of touch with what really will make you lead, what will really lead you to stability, will really nurture your growth in this realm of passion, work, and community. So, 2 more cards. Okay. Yeah. With the Star in reverse, it's this sense of hopelessness, and this has been a sense of fear that comes with walking away and moving towards this new beginning. With the Fool here, this new beginning that it's almost like created out of the rubble of this. It's like you're gonna get all the information you need about what you want to move towards by sort of picking up the pieces that work. You know, focus on what is working, pick up the pieces that work, and letting go of what doesn't. Understanding what lessons you need to learn from this conflict, this sense of chaos, this sense of uncertainty, and using that to be able to take this forward and just jump into a new beginning. Last card here. From the Seven of Swords here, it's talking about taking all those ideas, taking all that, like I just said, taking all those ideas, taking all those thoughts that you've gathered, and just moving forward. And doing it without feeling like you have to explain yourself to other people here with the Seven of Swords. It's kind of just like walking away, sneaking away. It's almost like sneaking. It's a sense of sneaking away. Maybe that's what you feel like you're deceiving people by walking away from the messiness. But you're not. You're walking away. You need to walk away without feeling like you need the input of other people. That's what you're saying. So it'll be a lot easier. So this new beginning will be a lot easier. Alright, let's get to the spirituality, higher purpose, and additional messages. So you have the Justice card here, Temperance, and the Strength card. So with the Justice card here, it's definitely that sense of receiving what you put in. Putting in that labor so you're able to receive that abundance back. And also being aligned with your higher purpose. Feeling aligned, feeling like all your thoughts, your heart, all the chakras, whatever, are aligned with you so you're able to move forward. This is the challenge that you're facing. It's finding that sense of balance. And what you need to know is that you already have that sense of balance with the Temperance card. You have a sense of oneness. You have a sense of what will work for you. It's just a matter of putting that into action, moving forward, really having the confidence to because with the Temperance card, it's connected to your sign, Sagittarius. It's connected to, for some reason I was thinking Aquarius, but I'm just thinking about the Star card. It's like the same sort of thing with the Star card with the balancing of 2 different cups. But with your energy, Sagittarius, is you are at your best self when you put in the work, and that is what leads to this Strength card here. This courage, this inner strength, this confidence. You know, you have the confidence here, and with the High Priestess and the Emperor here, so you have the confidence, you have the know-how, you have the information to be able to create the stability that you want, to move forward and create the structures out of the resources that you've been manifesting into your life. But it's just saying, like, you have to look at it from an objective viewpoint. You can't look at it from a space of scarcity. You can't look at it from a place of hopelessness and feeling like you'll always be in the situation. You know, what new choices do you need to grow? And that's what the information you're going to receive and what you need to be objective about so you're able to have this stability. And your overall message of advice is, I welcome clear vision and inspired action. And that's totally straightforward, of having this clarity and being open to it, being receptive to it. And being receptive to it requires you to shift your mindset of scarcity, of lack, of being a victim, which I really hate that word, but to me what it means to feel like you're a victim of circumstances is to feel like, to not recognize your power. You know, we all have power at the end of the day. We all have this person of power, And there's going to be times where you feel like you don't. You have times where there's going to be times where this power is going to be stripped away from you. Like either by your own doing or somebody else's doing. But what you can happen from those circumstances is that you can shift that, you can regain it. Whether it's not an overnight process, it's something that happens that you work on, you know, with the Nine of Pentacles showing up here in this labor card. It's something that happens. And once you focus on it and build on it, for the long term, this abundance is what's going to be maintained within your life. So being open and receptive will allow you to, you know, have this High Priestess energy of being objective, having it come in a very clear manner, especially with this Justice card, having things to be very balanced and inspired by your own confidence. You know, you'll be able to move forward, like I said, with the Strength card here. All right, so that's your reading. If this makes sense to you and you just really want to know more about how it impacts your life specifically, and you want to go in depth, you want to get into the deep and dirty, the nasty of your life, your trauma and shit, like, hit me up for a personal reading. We'll figure it out. We'll talk it through. We'll make sense of it. And yeah, so I have full moon and new moon readings, full moon and new moon readings that I do on Instagram every month that are reblog on my website as well. And those are really helpful for a lot of people, so check it out if you haven't already. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Blessings.